The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 168 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Blue Bicycle Sharks playing cards. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Blue Bicycle Sharks playing cards here in the standard glossy finish tuck box here. You got that bicycle logo here, and you got a kind of yellow, looks like a white to yellow gradient colorway there. And then you got Sharks playing cards here at the bottom. For the base color of the tuck box here, it's pretty much like a blue. It's like a blue kind of colorway here. And you got like the fish in the background or some sharks here, and the big shark there in the front. On the side it says Air Cruiser Finish. You got a little like shark fin there, a little logo there, and this is made in the USA. The other side has the exact same thing, Air Cruiser Finish, made in the USA. On the bottom you got a barcode and some corporate information and a recycling logo. And then you got these are from 2015. Then on the back, you got a sneak peek of some of the cards like the Queen of Clubs, the King of Hearts, and the Ace of Spades. You got Sharks playing cards here. And you got a little like information thing. So it says Bicycle Sharks playing cards explore the facts that intrigue and mystify us the most about these creatures of the sea. Beautiful, fascinating, elusive, and wondrous. Deck contains 52 cards with sharks and fin facts. So each card has a picture of a different shark, and each card has a fact. So we'll get more into that when we get to the cards. And now for the seal here, you got the standard black United States Playing Card Company seal with the white outline spade and the white border around that. On the top it says standard size, shark face. And for the rest of the tuck box here, you kind of got like a, and well, for the like the background of the tuck box, I said it was blue, but it's also kind of like the ocean. So at the top you got like the water, and then down below you got like the sand down here, and kind of wraps around the edges of the tuck box, and then stops at the back. The back is just like that blue, like a solid blue. Then on the inner tuck flap here, you've got some corporate information there and some more like water texture. And the same thing on the inner tuck flaps here, you got more of that water kind of texture there. If you take the cards out of the box, on the inside tuck box here, it's just plain white. Nothing too crazy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with the back design here. Here we have a one-way borderless back design here. Here it's similar to the front of the tuck box here. You got the water here. That's for the blue color, and then you got the sand down below. Then you got the school of fish here at the top. Then you got a couple sharks here, and then the main shark here, right in the middle there. There's a one-way back design. So there's no border. I mean, yeah, it's a one-way back design and a borderless back design. So there's no like border on it, so the image goes all the way to the edges here. And it's a fully inked back design. That means the edges could chip if you use them enough. Like the ink could chip off the edges here, and especially the corners. The ink could chip the most. So that's one thing to notice with fully inked back designs, that the cards could chip and the edges could start turning white. But mine has not turned white yet because I have not used this yet. And it is a one-way back design, so if we flip the design over, the sharks would be upside down. A one-way back design. The card can only face one way or they're out of order. Now for the cards you get with the deck. First we'll start with a bicycle ad card here. And it says get a seat at the table. Then you got all the different links to the bicycle social medias. On this side it's English, and the other side is French. And you got a little sharks card here. If you want to pause and read, you can. And the other side is French. And then we get to the two jokers here. You got the black joker here, which is a shark there. And then you got the coral reef kind of underneath of him there. And then you got the red joker here, which is just a shark floating in the water. And then for all the cards here, like I mentioned, like the back of the tuck box mentioned, each card has a picture of a shark and then a fact about the sharks. And it's you got the English like version here and then the French version here. I'm not gonna flip the cards over, so like I'm not gonna like, turn them around, so like the French part, because that would take way too long. So I'm just gonna slightly go through all these. I'm just going to quickly go through them all, and you can pause if you want to read them all. Because I'm not going to read all of these because it would take way too long. Pretty much all the cards are like similar. You've still got pretty standard spades there for the spades there in the corner. I'm just going to quickly go through these. I'm going to go through them slow enough so that you can like see them. And you got the standard diamond design for the diamonds there. And then each card still has that different picture of a shark there. I don't think there would be any repeating pictures, but I could be wrong. But there's enough shark pictures out there. We could have. Well, I guess the back design did say there's 52 or 54 different pictures here. Well, now that we slowly took a look at all those cards there, and we carefully looked at all of them, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. And this is a brand new, like, it's been open, like an open deck, but like, has not been shuffled yet. So, we'll test the handling for the first time. And the cards, yes, they are slippery. They already started to slide out of my hands right there. Well, the springs are nice and smooth there. They have a thick, like a stiffer kind of spring. Because you gotta like put a bunch of effort into bending them to spring them. Because they are stiff. Because they're like brand new right out of the box. But the more you do them, the more like bendy they could get. But they're fully inked back design here. So the ink makes it slightly thicker. But as you can see, they're still pretty smooth once you get the spring. But they're stiff, so it might take some time to break them in. Now on to the fans. And because of this back design here, you can make 4 different fans. So here's the first one here. You got the first one with the blue there, and then you got like the tan kind of like line there, and then big tan at the bottom here. And if I were to flip the cards over, then you got like a more like tanner, like lighter color up there, and then like the blues here, and then it gets like darker, and then more lighter in the middle there. And if you do like the reverse thing, you got like a different type of fan there. And if I did it again here, you got a different one there. So you can get like a bunch of different fans there. Well, as you can see, they spread nice and evenly here. You can see most of the pips and numbers here. There's no stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. They feel nice and smooth. Now time for the Pharaoh. And the regular way that I do the Pharaohs, they do not interlock and weave smoothly there. I kind of have to push them together to get them to interlock and weave. And they interlock and weave pretty good, not flawlessly or anything, but not too bad. Now for the giant fan of the back design. Now time for the reverse Pharaoh. And the reverse Pharaoh is definitely smoother there. I had to slightly push them together, but not too much compared to the other way. And they interlocked and weave much better than the other way as well. Now time for a giant fan of the faces. And you can see all those 52 different, or 52 or 54 different pictures there, like the colors. Now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. And this is where the cards are going to get all mixed up. Well, the riffle shuffles and bridge shuffles are pretty smooth there. Not like crazy smooth, but they're smooth. For when you do the riffles here, like the bridge part, like here, they are pretty, like, it's like a thicker one. Because it put a little more effort into, like, bending them to get them to riffle. Because they're a little bit thicker of a card with that, all that ink there. But when you go to bridge them here, they feel decently smooth there. No real issues with the bridge shuffles, other than the cards are slightly thicker there. Now time for the packet cuts. And they slightly slipped out of my hands there. As you can see, the handling with the packet cuts are pretty smooth here. They are a brand new deck, so they could slip out of your hands. They did it a little bit when I first started, but they haven't really slid out of my hands too much. But they definitely feel slippery. So you just gotta be cautious of them sliding out of your hands. Now time for the one-handed cut, or Charlier cut. Now time for the dribble. And you got a thicker dribble here. So it's a softer dribble when the faces of the cards are facing up. When you have the back design up, it's a thicker kind of dribble because that ink makes it thicker. So you're kind of like reversing it. There's not much ink here for when you're bending them. So this way is much softer. Feels nice and smooth. But then you got this way, it's a lot thicker. It's got more of a clickiness to it. But anyways, the dribbles are still pretty smooth here. Now time for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, like I say, not a bad deck of cards here. If you're into custom bicycle decks, this would be a recommended pickup. And if you're into sharks, or just the ocean in general, this is also a nice deck to pick up, because you got the back design with the sharks on it. But then you also got all of the 50, like 4 different pictures of sharks, and like ocean there. And then you got all the different facts about the sharks and stuff there. Which it's kind of like a little neat deck to just have lying around. You can pick up and read some facts about the sharks. And for the handling here, like they handle pretty good there. There's not really much to say too bad about the handling here. Other than that the cards are thick because of that fully inked back design there. Other than the fully inked, like the thickness of the cards, they're pretty smooth. And they're a little bit slippery because they're like brand new out of the box. But other than the cards being a little bit thick and slippery, there's not much to say. They're nice and smooth otherwise. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 168 of a daily deck review. This has been the Bicycle Sharks playing cards, or the blue Bicycle Sharks playing cards. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.